Good evening, and it's great to be back here on Showtime.
Tonight's programme will be all about glitz, glamour and downright fun.
Downright fun, it certainly will. We're going to have singing, dancing and give you all a glimpse into the wonderful world of cabaret in our specially themed show.
Plus there will be much more to keep you entertained.
Yes, indeed. So let's meet some of our guests today. Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, Tim, what are you going to be helping us out with today?
Well, I'm going to be reviewing some of the latest West End musical theatre openings. How very glamorous, I hear you cry.
Oh, well, fantastic. I look forward to that.
Very glamorous. Then we've got Carly and Rachel. Hi, girls.
Hi.
They're going to be wearing some cabaret-inspired fashion. How are you feeling?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
And right next to our very own fashion expert, Matt Bowkett. Matt, hi. Star of the Sky One Project Catwalk. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to today.
Well, I'm going to be joined by my colleague, Bonnie, and we've got some outfits for these girls to try on, so I can't wait to see what they look like in them.
Fantastic.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt. We also have a beautiful burlesque dancer getting ready backstage for a performance later. But first, starting the show off, we have a special performance of the classic Cabaret.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down your knitting, the book and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine.
Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting.
No use
Permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea.
She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour.
The day she died, the neighbours came to snicker.
Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor.
But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen.
I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said,
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
put down your
Knitting, the book and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
And as for me,
I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie.
start by
Admitting from cradle to tomb. Isn't that long a say? Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
Thanks ever so much. Very sexy, I thought, very sexy. Now then, musical theatre and the fantastic style of cabaret have influenced many areas, clubs and fashion included. So let's take a look at the current scene.
just want to create an atmosphere where you can come, be entertained, almost like a romantic environment, but funny and cheeky. Because I think women now are a lot more into sort of being sexual, but not in a crass or rude way.
Nobody wants to see somebody just play. They want somebody to be excited about it. And cabaret is one of the forms that you can get really excited.
The way we were pushed towards the 40s, I think a lot of people in the street, and you can see the way the fashion's going, that everyone's kind of really looking back on those years fondly and getting back into the swing of things that way.
The world of cabaret is hot in the fashion industry at the moment. Here to talk about it more is Matt and Bonnie. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
So you guys are going to tell us a little bit about how modern fashion has been influenced by cabaret.
Absolutely. I'm sure everyone's aware at the moment there's definitely a sense of cabaret is back in quite a big way. It's on the high street stores, it's on people like Christina Aguilera, it's in the movies, it's about at the moment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, also in the media, if you look at sort of Christina Aguilera, she's definitely going down that whole sort of Hollywood
Changed her look
glamour theme.
altogether.
You've got films, Moulin Rouge, The Black Dahlia. It's definitely very current. It's going to be a really big trend.
Yeah. And we've got a couple of girls with us, I believe, to
Sure,
demonstrate today. All right, well, let's see Rachel first of all. Hi, Rachel. Wow.
Absolutely.
So tell us a bit about what Rachel's wearing.
Oh, Rachel's very much current at the moment. This is absolutely the cabaret theme. It's about the sexiness of the black. It's very simple. The power of the red. You know, that's about passion. It's about something quite erotic. You know, it's definitely established as a cabaret style. It's got just revealing a slight bit of the skin there on the corseted sides. It's definitely, that's what it's about at the moment. It's cabaret.
Yeah, fantastic. And then next up we have Carly, I believe. Carly.
Well, here you've got a very sort of out on the town, sleek, you know, cabaret look. We've got the richness of the red against the black, and also embodying the whole cabaret theme. You know, sparkles, glitter. Yeah. You've got feathers, sequins. You know, just a touch of accessories, and obviously open peep toe shoes again.
Fantastic. Thank you very much all for coming in today. Burlesque dancing has been around for many years now, so before we see Miss Vicky Butterfly from the Volupte Lounge perform, let's learn a little bit more about it.
Burlesque, a style of live entertainment, a variety of acts such as dancing girls, comedians and mime artists. In the 1930s, the shows had slowly changed from variety performances to simple ones, focusing mostly on the striptease. The neo-burlesque revival brings burlesque into the 21st century. The new form encompasses a wider range of performance styles. As with the earlier burlesque, neo-burlesque focuses on the tease in the striptease rather than the strip.
Miss Vicky Butterfly, thank you ever so much for that. What a wonderful dance. How did you get into burlesque dancing?
Well, I've been performing for most of my life, really, and a few years ago, because I'm a costume designer, I was assisting a burlesque costume designer, and we had to model for the show, so I thought, why not have a go?
Yeah, definitely. And did you get straight into this? Did you need training?
Well, I did start ballet when I was 3, so
Right,
I guess
okay.
it's kind of always been in the background.
Always
So,
been into
yeah.
dancing. Now, I'm quite intrigued. I've never seen anything like that in my life. If I wanted to see more burlesque dancing, where should I go? Are there clubs in London?
Oh, there are lots of clubs, everywhere from places like the Volupte Lounge, which is a sort of supper cabaret, to places like Rock Cabaret, which is a club, but it also has acts every hour, half hour.
Excellent. So I must go and try those places.
Definitely.
Thanks ever so much for coming in today. Absolutely fantastic. Now, along with burlesque, cabaret is definitely in at the moment. Yet not a lot of people know that it has a long and fascinating history. We sent our team out to find exactly what it's all about.
Cabaret is the story of American chanteuse Sally Bowles, set in 1930s Berlin, living under the rising threat of Nazism. It's Liza Minnelli's greatest role. The musical was, and is, one of the most provocative of all time.
When we first played our very first performance in Boston, the Schubert Theatre totally exploded. We couldn't go on with the show.
Cabaret has returned to the West End, challenging new audiences with its unbeatable mixture of sex and politics, proving as popular as ever.
Joining us here now is Tim MacArthur, our fabulous theatre reviewer from Theatre Radio. Welcome, Tim.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
Welcome, Tim. Good to see you here. Now, we sent you out to see 3 performances, one of which was Cabaret. Tell us all about it.
We did the musical Cabaret, of course. I think everyone knows the movie Cabaret with Liza Minnelli, and I think the minute you put it on the stage, it's a very difficult transition. Do you get the show right? Do you not? But I have to say, the production of Cabaret at the Lyric Theatre is fantastic, and the leading lady, Anna Maxwell Martin, who plays Sally Bowles, which Liza Minnelli played in the movie, has had a bit of criticism about her singing, but I think the real quality in her performance is the acting, because she's actually a true Sally Bowles who was not supposed to be a fantastic, amazing, drunken singer. So yes, and definitely go and see Cabaret. And James Dreyfus does a marvellous performance as the MC. Sheila Hancock, for me, was my personal favourite. And the end scene is very, very, very powerful. And it ends with the sort of image of the Jewish concentration camps. So you don't know whether to applaud at the end. It leaves you in that suspense. Yeah. It's very good. But here's another link for you now. This is a bit of a link going into The Sound of Music, which is another Nazi musical opened in the West End. Yeah, you see. And The Hills Are Alive with Connie Fisher. I have to say, there's a big disc at the beginning which looks like a mountain, which is a bit scary, but she actually was very stunning, and she delivered an assured performance, sang very clear, her acting was great as well. So, and Leslie Garrett plays a really northern Mother Superior, and that's worth alone £55.
And the audience, Sound of Music, did they love
Great.
it? Were they singing?
Oh,
Were they
yes,
joining
absolutely. Crying, squish moments all the time. You know.
And how about the third performance? You went to see Wicked. Tell us about that.
Well, Wicked is a musical from Broadway which has been a huge favourite of mine, and there's quite a lot of anticipation about it coming to London.
Course,
but it's amazing. It's a really good family show, entertainment. If, you know, for Christmas time especially, go and take your family. It's great.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's Wicked.
Yeah, it's Wicked, absolutely. And you had a flying monkey.
I did,
that
yes,
you picked
when
up
I
at
went
stage
to see
door
it.
when I saw you at the open night party. Yeah, smoochy.
Maybe we'll see it in the next one too.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be there.
All right, well, that's all we've got time for tonight, but thank you so much, Tim,
Thank
for
you very
joining
much.
us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's all we have time for. It's been a great night, hasn't it?
It's been a fantastic night. But you can probably know by now that there's no business quite the same as show business.
True.
Good day. Let's go. Where is he? Come on, Junior. Get through there, sir. No business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra pound.
Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, until next time, goodbye. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are alone. Even when it's happy that you overflow, you may We're stranded out